So great to be joined by the Bellator interim bantamweight champion, Raufeon Stots. I bet that's been a long time coming. Raufeon, how are you, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Feeling good, feeling like the champ. So I'm doing good.
This has to be the biggest career highlight, right? Not only being the first fighter to knock out Juan Archuleta, but also capturing the belt for Bellator.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's my best performance, just because of the gravity of, what it cost, and how the fight was going, and also, the belt at the end, the finish. So that's definitely, I feel like, my career highlight.
What was the game plan going into the fight? Do you feel like you executed it?
Yeah, so I thought that Juan would kind of like use his movement more to create space.
Mhm.
So I thought he would like kind of move away from me a lot, and I would be having to like track him and kind of find him. But he actually came to me and wrestled me, which was different than what I thought he was gonna do. So I had to kind of change the game plan kind of midway through the first. So I feel like once we regrouped and we, or I talked to the coaches in between round one, I feel like I went pretty much according to plan from that point, like how I should be fighting.
You mentioned the way he came out a bit differently. Was there anything else in the fight that you weren't expecting that maybe surprised you a bit?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to like kind of initiate the wrestling. I also wasn't expecting him. I felt like I was damaging him a lot faster than I thought I would, and he got like a lot tireder than I thought. I be honest, his whole game plan is like to get me tired. So the first two rounds, I wanted to stay within myself and keep my shots kind of concise and down the middle, and not exert too much energy. That was like the game plan, because I had I thought he was on EPO or whatever, so I thought he was gonna be, you know what I mean, really in shape, you know what I mean. So that's what I planned for, and that's kind of how I kind of started, kind of. I didn't start like slow, but I didn't I didn't want to exert myself because I was like kind of saving it for the final rounds, which it could have been. I mean, in hindsight now, it's like, yeah, it worked out, but I may need to make that make a different adjustment for the next fight.
How did you have the fight scored going into the third round? I was curious about that because those first couple of rounds were pretty close.
Yeah, I think he was winning. I thought
Mhm.
he won the first two rounds. I thought that the first round, I mean, I definitely did more damage than him both rounds, but positionally, he was just out positioning me. And then like he wasn't like hitting me, but he were like throwing a lot, And I don't know how judges, kind of see that. Like a lot of them missed, but some of them hit. But I definitely feel like I did more damage. I landed more effectively. But I would give him the rounds. I would give him the first two rounds. Even going into the third, I was thinking like, okay, hey, I can't give him an inch more. I gotta take this fight from him.
Could you have written a better story here? I mean, let's go back to the beginning when we did our interview before the initial fight, which was you and Pettis. And it's like, you had to switch camps and all this different stuff. And, if I would have told you then, hey, guess what? Pettis is going to be out. You're going to fight the guy that you've wanted to fight for such a long time, Juan Archuleta. You filmed that hilarious interview. I always bring this up. You can find it online. The video of you and him in the elevator is it's priceless if you haven't seen it. And Patchy Mix getting upset too. That was awesome. And to going from that to, finishing Juan Archuleta and winning the title, like, could you have scripted that any better?
I don't think I could have scripted it any better. I didn't see this happening. This was like, I didn't have to fight Sergio, my teammate. I got to fight Juan Archuleta, which I didn't really like, and I got to finish him and for a belt, So, I couldn't really scripted it better.
How did you celebrate after the win?
I went with Kai Kamaka to it was like a bar. I forget the name of it, but me, actually, my manager, Brian Butler, Scott Cushman, one of my coaches from Raufeon Sport, Eric Nixick, my wife, one of my best friends, Josh Smith. I mentioned him before. We went out and went drinking and hung out. I hardly ever, go out after fights, but this time, we went out and had some drinks, and hung out.
Good stuff. What's been the feedback like from the fans since getting that win? Everyone was talking about that, after the weekend.
Yeah, I've got a lot of Hawaiian. Like I feel like I'm adopted to the Hawaiian like I'm a Hawaiian adoptee. I don't know what you call it, but yeah,
Yeah.
I got a lot of people, hitting me up and being like, yes, sir, and Chihu and stuff like that. And I mean, everybody that I know and all the Nigerians, have really been supporting me and hitting me up and giving me positive energy and affirmations and congratulations. So it's been super cool.
There's a couple other big wins on your card in your division. Patchy Mix defeating Koraguchi. I don't know if people expected that to happen. What did you make of his performance?
I ain't expect it to happen. Man, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with Patchy Mix. That was a tough fight. And I was back warming up, and I haven't got a chance to see the fight or whatever. But I looked like I was warming up or whatever, and I looked back, and he had his back like in the first freaking 5 or 15 seconds, and I was like, dang, man, this is crazy. Yeah. So congratulations to him. To be honest, I mean, I feel like it opens up the tournament for me. I thought Koraguchi would have been my toughest opponent, to face, and I was kind of looking forward to that. But now, I mean, I got Patchy Mix on the other side. I got Magomed and Barzola. So, or I think it's Barzola.
Yeah.
So it's really tough or whatever. I just feel like it's opened up a little bit.
Yeah, and one other name, I got to bring him up, Danny Sabatello. He's been making a lot of noise and all that. Just curious your thoughts on him. And he's obviously been calling out a lot of guys and talking some smack. People are calling him like the Bellator Colby Covington.
Yeah, he ain't called my name. He ain't said my name. Or he might. I don't know if he.
He did. He did. I interviewed him this week, and he definitely brought you up. But yeah,
what did he say?
Well, I'll let you watch it. I want to say the Cole's notes of it was basically he just called you average, I think, or something. Yeah. So yeah, he didn't use suck. He said Higo sucks. That's who he's fighting next. But I think with you, he just basically said like there was nothing special, I guess was what he said.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll send it to you after.
Nah, I'm excited. I hope he wins, to be honest. Because that's somebody I can get behind fighting. I feel like he does a good job of marketing himself. The Italian gangster, I would enjoy talking some shit to that guy. I just feel like it'd be fun. It'd be like a fun time, and it'd be fun punching him in the mouth because I can get behind fighting him because I can see, I don't know what he's like, on the day-to-day, but from afar, I don't like him. So I would, enjoy fighting him. So I'm like kind of hoping he gets past Higo, which I think he will, but also Higo is really tough, and I would love to fight Higo. Higo just ain't gonna give me as much, pushback, and I like people that's gonna push me back. As far as if I'm gonna fight them, and that's why I like fighting Magomed because Magomed actually thought he was gonna beat me. Juan Archuleta, I feel like was running from me the whole time, and I mean he's calling me a bully or whatever, and we're fighting, and I'm like, I mean I'm just confused. Like, do you believe you're gonna beat me or not? And I feel like Sabatello has a lot of confidence, and he definitely believes he can beat me. So that excites me, and I'm kind of looking forward to that. So hopefully I can get to fight Sabatello. I gotta, I hope I get to fight that guy, the blonde hair guy, the highlighter hair guy. I hope, but I just gotta see. I gotta wait and see who comes out on top.
Now, is the plan after this to go back to Roufusport and do your camps there, or will you continue to go to Extreme Couture? What's the plan after this?
As of now, I feel like I'm gonna be splitting. Just because Roufusport doesn't really have a lot. It depends on who I have to fight too. Because Sabatello is he's strictly wrestling, and I feel like I got a lot of really good wrestling looks from Rufus or from Extreme Couture, but I also needed the striking of Roufusport, you know what I mean? So I also use some striking techniques from Extreme Couture too. So at this point, and things might change, I don't know, but at this point I feel like I still need both. So I probably split something or do something. But yeah, so I don't really know. And then with Serge being hurt, that kind of takes away one of my training partners. So I got
good point. Yeah, that makes sense. Speaking of Serge, I assume you've spoken to him since the fight. What was that conversation like?
Yeah, he was just congratulating me and saying "Oh man, you the champ, man! Congratulations, beautiful head kick." You know what I mean? I was just like, I'm holding on to the belt till you get back. You know what I'm saying? Then we can figure something out. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was just all positive. Just congratulating me and stuff.
Okay, that's good. And we talked about this before about this being the biggest moment of your career. This has got to feel, you got to feel a lot of vindication here. You know, I go back a couple of years ago. I mean, we've been doing interviews since you were fighting in Victory FC, and you know, you had that fight against Marab and it didn't go your way, and that was going to be the fight to get you in the UFC, and then you took a, you know, sharp left, and now you're with Bellator and you're their champ. Like, do you feel vindicated now? I know the last fight was big. This one's bigger because you got some hardware and you knocked the guy out.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like I used to be like bitter or something, but before I signed the Bellator, once I signed the Bellator, I wasn't really like bitter at that situation no more. I was like bitter at the UFC for a long time just because you know, I thought people were getting opportunities ahead of me, you know, but like looking back now, you know, what's meant for me is for me, and I feel like this is the path I should have been on. And then without the loss to Marab, you know, I wouldn't have been the fighter that I am today, and I wouldn't have been in positions I am today. So I'm super. I wouldn't change it now. Looking back, I know it sounds like cliche, and at the time, if you would have told me, like if I was talking to myself, like right after I lost, I would have been like, "Shut the fuck up, get out of my face." Like I don't care what you're talking about. Okay, yeah, whatever. It's everything happens for a reason, whatever. But now, you know, I definitely believe that.
And last question, what are you getting up to for the rest of the week? I know it was a long camp. You're away from your family. What are you up to?
Yeah, well, I just came from the gym now, just like kind of moving and stuff, just getting back into the swing of things. I got Clarence got soccer practice, so I got to make those, and he got a soccer game on Saturday, and I get to make that. And then he got a birthday party on. He got a Power Ranger birthday party next Saturday.
Nice.
So we gonna be turning up. We gonna have a bounce house. We gonna get it catered. We gonna turn up. Yeah, and then my Ketchiku, the baby, is his birthday is shortly after, so we'll do some stuff from that. I'm just like hanging out with fam, like enjoying the fam time as much as I can. Yeah, and then you know I gotta stay training, you know, but I don't have to be like so dialed in, so you know I can just get back to my normal lifestyle.
Raufeon, thanks so much for doing this, man. Again, congratulations on the victory. Like I said, one of the best parts of my job is being able to interview fighters like you and get to see the progression over the years. And now you're a champ, man. It's just so cool. So again, congrats on that. If there's anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, you can reach me on social media at Instagram or on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, Raufeon Stots, one word. And then also I want to thank Zero Shoes, Carviva, Wellness Drinks, and Invincible Watches.